You hear about AI everywhere, right? But what if it's more than just the next cool piece of tech? What if we're actually talking about the start of a whole new chapter in human history? So that brings us to the big question for today. Are we, right now, living through the fifth industrial revolution? I know, it's a huge claim. So before we go any further, let's break down what that term even means. Okay, first things first. An industrial revolution isn't just about a new gadget. We're talking about a massive, fundamental shift that completely transforms, well, everything. Our jobs, our economy, how we live, the whole shebang. And it's always sparked by some kind of breakthrough technology. To really get a handle on where we're headed, you've got to look back at the road that got us here. So let's do a quick flyby of the revolutions that came before this one. This really maps out the journey perfectly. It all kicked off with Industry 1.0. Think steam engines and water power. For the first time, we could build machines to do the work. Then, boom, Industry 2.0 hits. This is the age of electricity, the assembly line. Mass production is born. And then came the one many of us remember, Industry 3.0, the digital revolution, with computers and electronics starting to automate production. I mean, each one of these was a gigantic leap for humanity. Now, when you put dates to this, something really interesting pops out. The first one, 1784. The second, almost a century later, 1870. The third, 1969. And the fourth, the one we just went through, started around 2010. Do you see the pattern? The gaps between these massive changes are getting shorter and shorter. That acceleration is absolutely key to understanding what's happening right now. All right, so let's zoom in on the most recent one, Industry 4.0. You probably heard the buzzword, the smart factory. And it was all about one thing, really, connecting everything and automating it with data. And how did they do it? Well, it was a whole cocktail of tech. You had the Internet of Things, or IoT, getting all our devices talking to each other. You had big data to make sense of all that chatter, cloud computing to store it all, and importantly, this is where we saw the first real wave of AI and machine learning step onto the scene. The name of the game was hyperconnectivity. And this is super important to get. The whole goal, the entire philosophy behind Industry 4.0 was just efficiency. Squeeze out every last drop of productivity. It was a tech-first mindset, and honestly, humans were often seen as the problem, the messy variable you had to manage or, if possible, design out of the system. Which brings us right to our doorstep, Industry 5.0. And look, the number one thing you need to understand is that this is not just Industry 4.0 with a few new bells and whistles. It is a completely different way of thinking, a total pivot. And this quote right here, it absolutely nails it. It's saying, hey, the goal isn't just about being more efficient or more productive anymore. It's about recognizing that what we build has a real impact on society. It's about more than just the bottom line. So, this whole new approach is built on three big ideas. Pillar one, it's human-centric. That means putting people, their well-being, their creativity, smack dab in the center of everything. Pillar two, it's sustainable. We're talking circular economies, being planet-friendly, and pillar three, resilience. Building things that don't just break when something unexpected happens, but that can actually adapt and bounce back. So I'm going to say it again because it's that important. This isn't just an upgrade, like going from Industry 4.0 to 4.1. It's a genuine paradigm shift. The why behind everything we're doing has changed. Okay, let's look at this side by side. It makes it crystal clear. Industry 4.0, the driver was pure automation. Industry 5.0, it's all about humans and machines working together. The goal? We're moving from just efficiency to thinking about well-being for everyone. And maybe the biggest shift of all is our role. In 4.0, we were just the human factor, kind of on the sidelines. In 5.0, we're the creative engine, right in the driver's seat. That's a massive change. So, what's the magic ingredient that makes this all possible? What's the technology that enables this new human-focused world? Well, the argument, and it's a strong one, is that it's artificial intelligence. AI is the engine that's firing up this fifth revolution. But to really get why AI is such a game changer here, you have to see the difference between simple automation and true intelligence. Think about it. The automation in Industry 4.0 was kind of dumb. It was just about doing the same program task perfectly, a million times. The intelligence that AI brings to the table, that's a different beast entirely. It can see what's happening, learn from it, and change what it's doing on the fly. And this isn't just theory. Let's look at some real examples. You've got generative AI, which can basically brainstorm with a human designer, speeding up innovation like crazy. Then there's edge AI. That means the AI is thinking right on the device, not in some distant cloud. That's what allows for split-second decisions that keep people safe. Predictive AI is like a crystal ball. It can spot a problem before it even happens. And then you have cool stuff like federated learning, where AIs can learn from each other's data without ever compromising privacy. You see? These aren't just tools to replace people, they're tools to work with people. And that brings us to this simple but powerful idea. 1 + 1 is greater than 2. That's the heart of Industry 5.0. It's synergy. You take human creativity, our intuition, our weird and wonderful ideas, and you pair that with an AI's incredible speed and precision. What you get out is something way, way better than what either of us could have ever done alone. So, where does this all leave us? What's the big takeaway for the future? Well, it looks like we're heading for a complete rethink of what we mean by work, value, and innovation. And the amazing part is, it's a future that's built around us. You know, for decades, the story has been humans versus machines, right? This fear that robots are coming for our jobs. What Industry 5.0 and AI are doing is flipping that script entirely. The new story isn't about rivalry, it's about partnership. It's about technology that's designed to be our collaborator, not our replacement. And that leaves us with one last massive question to think about. If we hand off all the boring, repetitive, data-heavy stuff to AI, what's left for us? What becomes our most important job? In this new world of human-AI teamwork, it seems like our most human skills, our creativity, our critical thinking, our sense of right and wrong, might just become the most valuable things we have. And that right there is both the incredible challenge and the amazing opportunity of the fifth industrial revolution.